All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host, Chuck Stevenson. So, we've been waiting on this announcement for a while, or at least for the official announcement, and now it is official. Kayla Harrison will meet Amanda the Lioness Nunes at UFC 324 Gaethje versus Pimblett on January 24th, 2026. It will be the co-main event to a, what do you call it, interim lightweight title bout between Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. Uh, okay, I mean, this fight has more importance, but whatever. Um, I like this fight, and I also don't like this fight. It has the potential to be exciting, but it also has the potential to be boring. Um, Also, I'm struggling to see what it does for the division long term. Um, but it should be a good fight. Like, even if it's boring, I think it'll show us a lot about each fighter. Mm, I wish Amanda hadn't been out for so long. And even if well, we'll get into the ramifications in a minute here. Let's look at the stats here. Harrison coming in at 19-1. The Lioness coming in at 23-5. Of course, Kayla is riding a 4-fight win streak since moving to the UFC. She beat Holly Holm via submission. Ketlen Vieira versus decision, and at that time I thought Vieira was going to be her toughest opponent in the UFC, and so far it has, because the next fight after that she defeated Juliana Pena in, I think, the second round for the title. Nunes, her last 3 fights go back 4 years. Lost the first Pena fight via submission. Came back and mollywopped Pena for a decision. And then her last bout was 2.5 years ago. She defeated Irene Aldana in a somewhat lackluster fight. Age-wise, they're pretty close. Nunes is older at 37 compared to 35 for Harrison. They're the same height, 5 feet 8 inches, 173 centimeters. Looks like Nunes is going to have the reach advantage, 69 inches, 175 centimeters to 66 inches, 168 centimeters. So on the feet, you would think probably give that advantage to Nunes. One, not only is she a far better striker than Harrison, she's going to have the reach as well. All right, so continuing on with that last note, yeah, definitely Nunes on the feet, got to give that advantage. She's got to keep Kayla Harrison off of her, though. Harrison is a beast on the ground. Absolute beast. I would say the best ground fighter that Nunes will have faced in a long time. I mean, going back on a record, who's the best fighter she's faced on the ground? I would say September 9th, 2017, the second Shevchenko fight. That was a close fight. That's Nunes's. That was the last time Nunes faced somebody who was really good on the ground. Before that, it was Ronda Rousey. So, yeah, Nunes hasn't faced someone good on the ground in years. But last time Harrison faced someone that was as good on the feet as Nunes, never. I don't think. I mean, she's faced some pure strikers, but nothing really good. I mean, Holly Holm maybe, but she beat her pretty easily, and that was a long past at Holly Holm. Long past it. So it really just depends on, I think, who can apply their game better. Now, as far as the ramifications of this fight, yeah, I think it'll be a good fight, but it does nothing for this division long term. Like, I would call it a cash grab, except this is going to be the first numbered event on Paramount Plus, so it's not even pay-per-view, and it's the co-main event. So it's not even a good cash grab. It's just more short-term thinking from the UFC. I mean, what if Nunes wins? Who's she going to face afterwards? There's not a whole lot going on in the UFC bantamweight division since in the 2.5 years since she's retired. I think the next best opponent would be, let me see, Norman Dumont at number 3. That's probably the best option. For Harrison, if she wins, I mean, the world's wide open. Like, the division is wide open. There's plenty of opponents that she can face and defend and line up against. But she's probably not even going to stick around for too much longer. Like a year, maybe 2 years, and probably fights twice a year. The weight cut is a lot for her. It is overwhelming. So she doesn't have a long future either. Oh, here's another thing that I don't like about this fight. Depending on who wins, it allows Juliana Pena to sit on the sidelines and run her mouth and somehow stay within the title picture, even though she has no business anywhere near it. Because if Amanda wins, she's going to call for the third fight. Even though she's coming off a loss, she's going to say, oh, I finished Amanda in our first fight. And she'll somehow manage to stay in the title picture. Whereas if Harrison wins, at least it'll keep Pena out of the title picture for a little while until she actually accrues some wins. Because, friendly reminder, there's only 2 fighters now that Amanda's back, there's 2 fighters on the roster that Pena has wins over. Pennington, which she should have lost, and now Amanda. Before Amanda came back, it was Pennington. That was it. That was Pena's only win on the current roster. But now that Amanda's back, it gives Pena a chance to run her mouth. So, not a fan of that happening. But also, like, what's to keep Amanda from retiring immediately after, should she win again? Because she's just going to say, well, I have no other reason to stick around. And there isn't. So why would she stick around? She comes back for one fight, ruins the Harrison title run, and then leaves again. What does that do for the division? You might as well just shut it down at that point. Just shut it down. Because now you're just having another vacant title, or fight for a vacant title for what, the second time in 4 title bouts? So, honestly, big Amanda Nunes fan. I will be her fan forever because she flatlined Cyborg, and I will be forever grateful for that. But we need care. The division and honestly the sport needs Kayla Harrison to win this in order to move on. Because then you can actually work on having more title contenders, figuring out new fights to work on, while also UFC needs to continue signing new bantamweight prospects and getting them some fights in the rankings. Because some of these fighters in the rankings have been around for a little bit too long, and they need to be gotten rid of. And I love Miesha Tate. She needs to be gone. Who else? Mayra Bueno Silva. She needs gone. She's not the same fighter she used to be. And some of these fighters are just freaking old. Like, most of them are in their upper 30s. Jeez, looking at these rankings. Yeah, we need some change here. So let's hope that Kayla Harrison wins this and the division can move on from Amanda Nunes. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. The fight goes down, like I said, UFC 324 on January 24th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the thumbs up, and thanks for watching WMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.